Yeah, man, it's widely known in Islam that there is a copy of the Kaaba in heaven where 70,000 angels at a time do tawaf around the Kaaba in heaven. Yes, this is widely accepted. There's a hadith, right? It's how we know. Like I said, you put the whole of Islam together and it makes sense. You nitpick certain bits and pieces, make fun of it, call you a liar. You know, Islam is perfect. The Quran and Hadith, they.
Tom, okay, now there is a Kaaba in the heaven. Why? You want to do Hajj in the heaven? You will do Hajj in the heaven? Why you have a copy of the Kaaba in the heaven? You're mine.
Yes, CP, I've already said the angels, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, at a given time, there's, if not more, angels pray around the Kaaba in heaven. They do the tawaf. Imagine 70,000 angels. Okay, it's in the Hadith, man. Go and find it. There's a copy in heaven. It's directly above.
Tom. 80,000 angels going around the Kaaba. Why only 70 and 80,000? What about the rest? Around the Kaaba. What is there? Who's there? Who is in that Kaaba? Why 70? They take their turns to do what? Why there's 70,000 angels going around an empty room? You're mine?
Yeah, they pray around it, CP, around the Kaaba. They ambulate around it. They go around, right?
Why? There's a chairs around the Kaaba and there's a music, and when we stop the music, they have to take a chair, and the loser, we kick him out. Why they are going in a cycle around the Kaaba? It's an empty room. What for? Allah is there. Go around Allah. Why you need the Kaaba there? You're mine.
Well, it's God's will, isn't it? Everything is God's will, right? Angels to pray around the Kaaba. Yeah. This is why I say you have to use your logic. You know, to know the answers, you have to go either to the Quran or he's in there. Yeah. And if something's not clear, we don't ask why, like you. Very clear. I mean, why should we don't need to know why the Kaaba in heaven. Why do we need to know that? We don't. It's we have been given this information that the angels circumambulate, I can't even say the word, go around the Kaaba in heaven, 70,000 at a time or more, whatever. It's God's will. God wills it. You don't need to know what we don't need to know what happens in heaven. All we need to know is that we worship our Creator.
No, you cannot ask questions, not because you are saying we do not need to know, because the Quran forbids you from asking questions. Chapter 5, verse 101. It says, ask not questions. And verse number 102, it says, because if you ask, you will leave Islam. For Islam is stupid. So Islam forbids you from asking questions. For if you do so, you will leave. The Quran is saying that, not me. People before you ask the same questions, they leave. They lost their faith. for Islam does not have answers. So this is why when we ask you a very simple answer, why Allah He have a Kaaba in the heaven? You have no answer. You said we do not need to ask. Why Allah have even a Kaaba in the earth? And by the way, guys, the Arabian Peninsula have at least 26 Kaaba. In the time of Muhammad alone, 26 cities, they have 26 Kaaba. Just in the Arabian Peninsula, not to mention the Kaabas in other places. The Kaaba, or the Cube, is a religious practice all the way to Persia, even practiced by the Indian, even practiced by the Yemeni. That's the truth. And the hadith, as long as this guy is speaking about the hadith, the Arab, they say clearly that the Arab used to worship stones, and when they say a stone better than the stone they worship, they throw the old stone and they worship a new stone. And this is why the black stone became so important, because they found it the best stone to you know, it's unique for them, guys. This is Sahih Bukhari. And this is the Sahabi Mahdi ibn Maymun, companion of the Prophet. He said, let me show you. This is a pagan practice, exists before Islam, long before Islam. Copy and paste. We used to worship stones, and when we find a better stone than the first one, we should throw the first one and take the later. But if we could not get a stone, then we could collect some earth, i.e. soil, and then bring a sheep and milk that sheep over it, and then perform the tawaf around the Kaaba. Do you see it? Do you see it? This is an old practice, exists before Islam. Going around the stone. And if they could not make a stone, they mix the soil with the milk of a sheep, and they worship that soil. That is a very, very old practice, and this is what people used to do before Islam, and it is nothing but a pagan belief. Kissing stones. I told you once, I spoke to a website, it's called Convert to Islam, something like this. I said, let me get them busted. I text them. I said, hello, assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam. I said, I'm thinking to convert to Islam. But I have a question. He said, sure, brother, what's the question? I said, the question is about the black stone. Why the Prophet, he kissed the black stone? He said, why you are asking about black stone? Islam is not about the black stone. Ask me a different question. I said, oh, I know about it. It's part of Islam, right? So answer me, please. So he said, well, we kiss the stone because the Prophet kissed it. I said, why the Prophet kissed it? He said, because it's holy. And then I asked him, why it's holy? He said, because the Prophet kissed it. Stupid religion. This is the one who will convert me to Islam. The question is, why the Prophet kissed the black stone? He said, because the black stone is holy. I said, why the black stone is holy? He said, because the Prophet kissed it. Like what? But the truth is not this. The truth is that this is in front of you. The truth. The Arab, they used to worship stones, and Muhammad, he just did the same. When they find a better stone, they throw the old stone and they worship the new stone. And the Kaaba is nothing but a collection of stones. The Arab, they like them, and the most important stone between them is the black stone. But yet there's many stones, by the way, they are important. As example, there's a Rukn al-Yamani, the corner of Yemen. If you go there, you will see there's a collection of stones. They look strange. They used to kiss them and worship them, and they are still doing it until now. Mistakenly, by the way, people, they think the only stone the Muslims they believe it's holy is the black stone? No. There's many stones in the Kaaba. They are considered holy stone. Now it's called a Rukn al-Yamani. Until now, the Muslim, they cannot find the answer why. Some they say because it's facing Yemen. That's not true, because those stones are brought from Yemen. In Yemen, they used to have a Kaaba. Actually, I can't find you until now the picture of the old Kaaba. And they took stones from that Kaaba to build a new Kaaba in Mecca, to make it simple for the Christian to understand. Guys, is it true that some Christians, they take the, like let's say, the remain of a saint, and they build a church at the top of it to make it a blessed, as a best example to follow of a person? They do. What the Arab did, they went all the way to Yemen. They collect rocks from the Kaaba of Yemen, and they brought them and they built a new Kaaba in their city. And then, if a visitor, he will come, he would say to him, "Well, I go to Yemen. That Kaaba is better." They say, "No, hold on. It's the same stones. We brought those from Yemen. The holy stone of the Kaaba of Yemen is here. Look at it." Let me show you the images. Let me see if I can find you images. You can take a look. All right. If we can get you a link, short link, we can post. All right. I hope the link will not be long. I need to go better to the website. Open this. Open this Muslim website. It's in Arabic, but no problem. The whole point is to see the picture. Let me be sure first the picture is there. Right. Open this link, guys, and you will see there, if you open it, the second picture down, you will see a collection of stones. Do you notice that? Let me know if you have the link open. Okay, go down to the second picture. Do you see the corner and the hands over it? Do you see it? And the stones, you can tell they are not one kind. This is called a Rukn al-Yamani, which means the Yemen corner. Why it's called this way? Because those stones are a collection of stones from Kaabas used to exist in Yemen. People, the Arab, they used to go there because those are holy Kaaba. So in order to open a business of a Kaaba, they brought stones from there. And when a new visitor, he come, he said, "Why you don't visit our Kaaba?" He said, "Well, I go to Yemen." They say, "Why you want to go to Yemen?" "We brought the stones of the holy stones of the Kaaba from there, and they are here. Just touch it." Are you getting the point? It's like saying to somebody, "Why you want to go and buy iPhone and you live in China? I'm going to bring your iPhone to China." That is how stupid this religion is. It's a religion of stones. Now let me see if I can find you the Kaabas of Yemen. Let us see. You know, this is why Muslims, when they speak to us, they get shocked and they get so upset. But this is the truth. All right. I'm trying to find the pictures. I will pause it for you when I find it. But this is all is nothing but a copy of other religions. The Arab, they found that this is very like a very good business. As long people they like to practice their religion in visiting Yemen and other Kaaba. So why we don't practice our own Kaaba and we bring the business to our city? And this is why you see even Muhammad in the beginning he used to pray to Jerusalem. He was trying to follow the Jews. But when he noticed that the Jews, they will not follow him anyway, it doesn't matter if he prayed to Jerusalem or not, he changed the direction to pray to the Kaaba, because he found that this is the only way to make the Arab blindly, because he is not changing the old religion exists before him. All right? Let's see. Do we have any Abdul here? Any brave Abdul? And until now, those Muslims, the naive one, they believe that God, he sent a stone from heaven, and that make it holy. You know, you have to be very naive to believe in such a garbage. Stone from heaven? Why is that? By the way, the same story we can find in the Quran about As-Safa and Marwa. Anyone remember As-Safa and Marwa story? Who remember it? Anyone of you remember it? Safa and Marwa? Safa and Marwa. Here we go. Sahih is posting the reference. You can open it. Open the reference and you will see what we're talking about. Those are two idols. Two idols. They are used to be worshipped by the Arab before Islam, and still they are worshipped after Muhammad came. And when the follower of Muhammad, they complained, they said, but those are the gods of the pagan. Those are the gods of the pagan. Why will not follow them? He said there's no sin to follow them. No sin to follow them. Why you are saying that? Why you are following the old pagan religion? You will see even the Muslims are saying that. They are saying to him, Muhammad, why we need to practice this? They accepted the Kaaba, but they could not believe that even As-Safa and Marwa, he want to practice it just to be hypocrite to the Arab. The Arab, they like As-Safa and Marwa, so let us make it happen. Let us practice As-Safa and Marwa. As simple as that. And the Safa and Marwa is an idol for two, supposedly the story, it's a legend about two individual, a female and a male. They have sex in the Kaaba, and Allah, He made them rocks. So they place those statues, one in a hill and the other one in the other hill, and they go between them and they visit them. And until now, the Muslims, they do the same. Safa and Marwa. And I challenge Tom to tell me, what is the Safa and Marwa? What is the whole rituals of Islam is about? Nothing. Stupid. Because it's a religion of rituals. You see, all pagan religions, they are full of rituals. For there's nothing to say. The reason of a lot of rituals is to keep you busy from thinking. So you will be occupied with the rituals, like the voodoo. You see, when a person, he want to convince you that he can do magic on you, or he have a magical power, he try doing rituals you don't understand, and just to brainwash you, make you believe that he have something you don't have. It is the rituals, and those rituals is the one making him unique. This is why he have a power. So he starts saying words you don't understand. He start doing movement you don't understand. He start writing words you have no idea what it is. But the fact he himself, he do not know. He do not know what he's saying. Shashu, khashu, bashu, fashu, shaju, shaju. And the fool one is the one who believe it. Rituals is Islam. It's just rituals. This is why Muhammad, he wanted the Muslim to keep them busy. He scared them in every step of their life. If you want to enter the bathroom, if you don't do that, Shaitan, he will play with your anus. If you don't have sex with your wife, if you don't say this, Shaitan will do your wife. If you go to bed, you don't say that, Shaitan, he will have sex with you. If you sleep in your belly, Shaitan will screw you from behind. Excuse my language. If you bend over, Shaitan will do you from behind. If you keep your mouth open, Shaitan, he will piss in your mouth. Shaitan, he sleep in your nose. Shaitan, he piss in your ears. Shaitan, he put his penis in your belly button. All those things Muhammad, he keeps saying, is just to scare you and to make you preoccupied with your brain so you don't think. You're just worrying. Worry how to protect yourself. Even the punishment of the grave. Even the grave, there's punishment. You're dead now. Even in the grave, there's two angels will come to you and they will ask you questions. Is my voice clear, guys? All right. Do we have any Muslim here when it comes to the mic? Too much rituals, because there's nothing, there's no truth there. God is very simple. This is why Jesus said, when you want to pray, go to the closet. Correct? Did Jesus ask us to do ritual things? The only thing Jesus said when he was the meeting with the apostle, he said, he hold the bread, he said, this is my body will be broken for you, and this is a drink, my blood will be shed for you. That's it. Do this to remember me. There's no rituals. That is not even rituals. Just to remember what he did for us. When I pray, you go to your closet, and when you fast, you wash your face. Correct? When you fast, you don't go outside and say, I'm fasting. When you pray, you don't go around and say, I'm praying. I'm a good guy. This is why you don't see Christians go and say, guys, I need to go and pray. Oh, sorry, it's time to go to pray. The Muslims do that because they are hypocrites. The Muslim, you will find him like a goat. He put a carpet at the top of his taxi and he's praying in the corner of the street because he wants everybody to see him. This is the purpose of the prayer. They want everybody to see.